Hello everyone, welcome back to Paleo Pines. So at the end of the last episode, I continued playing just for a short while to get Athena a Dreamstone. Um, Part of me wishes I had recorded it because it was just me and Lucky going hell for leather, just sprinting as fast as we could throughout the land to find a Dreamstone at random, and then get home, sign off, and go to bed because I'd work the next morning. But yeah, we got it sorted. Um, we also seen these kind of rarer dinosaurs beside a picnic blanket full of food, so I'm assuming that's something to do with this. The Triasia picnic. Um, what I'm assuming is, we bring something to the potluck. I'm, I'm guessing put it into the pile, and then that attracts dinosaurs the following day, or rarer dinosaurs the next day. It was kind of hard to determine what they were. They looked, they were bipedal. They looked carnivorous. They looked like raptors, but their heads were quite square. Um, so yeah, definitely a new dinosaur to this series. Um, so I'm looking forward to one, seeing how long they stick around for, and then also, I guess, throughout the year, seeing if different dinosaurs spawn in different seasons. While I'm talking, we may as well go and have a look. So this is where they were in this area. So let's see if they're still there. There's a fair chance they're not. Um, and just looking at Lucky's stamina here, I may have overworked her running around looking for that Dreamstone. And she hasn't rested. Or do you know what it is? I probably just saved the game, not slept, and that's why Lucky's stamina's low. Um, and this is where I found the Dreamstone. So there's proof for you. Had to drop some stones here in order to get the Dreamstone into my inventory. So yeah, today is Wednesday, so I'm actually recording when I want to record, or scheduled to record. I'm gonna go hell for leather today, maybe do at least two, maybe three episodes. Maybe two Paleo Pines, maybe one Minecraft. Look, we'll see. Yeah, these guys. So they seem to have, yeah, these well, I don't know if they're raptors, but these little guys really don't like me. But what I'm interested in here is this big guy. So he seems to have a single horn. I'm trying to get an angle on his head. He seems to have a singular horn on the kind of bow of his nose, which to me I believe is a Ceratosaurus. Might Google that. I'll correct myself when I'm editing if that's wrong. But um, in Jurassic World, at least in the video games, the Park Builder games, this is the red guy. He's got like a red face with the single horn. Um, Maybe it's a Carnotaurus, because I often get Carnotaurus and Toro is what he's called in the series, mixed up. So Toro has two horns. That's why he's called Toro, like a bull. And then there's the Carnotaurus as well. So maybe this is what this guy is, but he does not want anything to do with us. He's looking at me here like he's gonna eat me. He's interested, but not in a good way. So yeah, see the little kind of frowny faces. Oh, hold on. Okay, okay. I think I had to do the red ones bigger, eh? I want that white guy. One small, big yellow, medium red. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so one red, big yellow, medium. Ah, I made a banjax of that. Let's start again. So one big yellow, medium red, small blue, medium red. We'll go again. 1, big 2, medium 1, small 3, big 1. Or medium 1, I should say. Okay, it is a Ceratosaurus. Woo! I was right. So we don't have anything for this guy. But that's great. Good practice as well for the flute here. This is what I'm looking for though. You're stunning. She's an albino. I'm assuming it's a she. Just because I have 5 female cats and 1 male cat. I automatically, and my male cat's new, so I automatically call animals she just out of habit. These guys are so cool, and this dinosaur is absolutely beautiful. And I'm afraid of her despawning, you know, like this is the picnic I was assuming, so... whatever. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, I thought this was text, it's just a dotted line. But you see what I'm saying? This seems to be part of this event. You know, it's even got the fruit here. So I'm assuming the villagers came here, donated the food, and this attracted these guys. These little guys are here all the time, you know? These little guys are here all the time. Super aggressive, high energy. But, oh, I don't want her to go away. She's so beautiful. So, let's bring Lucky home, because Lucky's tired. Surrounded by carnivores as well. This is not where a parasaur wants to be. But yeah, I'm glad they're still here so I can show you guys. Maybe tomorrow. By tomorrow they'll be gone. But I guess that's something to look forward to. A year from now. In-game, I guess. So, yeah, I said that I want to build up a couple episodes this evening. The reason being is that I'm traveling next week with work to Paris. So, I'm not allowed to get into any details. I can't name names, anything like that. But the project that I'm currently working on is pretty new to the industry. It has been done before, but in a, we'll say, once-off kind of scenario where the patient needed a very specific procedure to be done, and because of that, our company made a custom device, so a CMD, custom-made device. You know, a once-off, tailored to your needs kind of device. And what my project involves is basically, rather than it being custom made and tailored, we want to go and mass produce, so that it's more readily available for people who need it, I guess. Because it's so new to the industry, or at least to our team, you know, even if it was well established, it would still be very new to us. We are being sent to a hospital, or a theater if you like, in Paris, where we're going to watch a procedure being done. So it's a great, it's a very good opportunity to learn. It's a great privilege to get to see one of these things being done. So yeah, I said I would, rather than kind of letting it slip, because I haven't been on an international work trip before, but I do know, and I have done some work, traveling with work before myself, but I've heard from other people that international work trips, you know, they are exactly that, work. It's not leisure, and you're basically on the go from, say, 6:30 in the morning to, you know, 7, 8 o'clock at night, because you have to obviously get up and get ready, present yourself to, you know, your workspace, I guess, wherever you're going, you need to get there, and then it's go 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 all day long. So yeah, super intense couple of days, and I said, like, you know, oh, I could record on Friday, or I could record on Saturday when I get home after Paris. I think I'm gonna need a couple of days to recover, so I said I'd do the work now while I'm free, while I have the time, take it handy, and yeah, here we are. So we'll see how this goes. Um, I guess I don't have a specific goal this episode compared to last episode where I said no, we are talking about this. I had an agenda. We're talking about Hades, and we're gonna tame Astyra. Um, I guess this episode is gonna be catching up on quests. I need to trade because I need more seeds, and I've not a lot of money, so yeah, look, it'll be fine. How many days does it take? We must check that on our journal. Um, we must check our journal to see how long spring onions take, because I feel like they're taking forever compared to some other crops. This is what we need to get for one of our styras. I was thinking we could maybe take one off Layla and use it kind of interchangeably. I don't know how well that works. Carnivore food. So this is what this is why I came here, was to get some carnivore food. But I don't have the right poppin to tame. So crunchy again, and then juicy. So like we could Hail Mary it, we could try guess, like and just hope that the tame works for the Ceratosaurus. But it could be, we could be well off the mark as well and just waste some crunchy, so I don't want to do that. A large valley sleeping patch. I wonder what this means. And then, you know, everything's expensive, as we know in this game. But I was running around looking for a Dreamstone for Athena, and I was like, oh, I'll just come to Marlow, and yeah, I wouldn't have had what I needed anyway. Campfire, tons of stuff. Actually, it's not tons of stuff, that's fairly reasonable. But 250 shells for a campfire, you know, you can make it with your own hands, really, isn't it? Like, but, you know, no point giving out. So let's get home, plant our crops, check in with our quest list. I know there's a few bits for Owen. And yeah, see where the episode takes us. So I finished work, hopped on my PC, and I was like, you know, I guess initially just on YouTube, like for leisure. Oh, look at this guy. You're cool. You're so pretty. With his blue frill, the blue and orange is lovely color combination. But we won't take any more animals into our care just yet. Yeah, so on YouTube, just for leisure, catching up on some Formula 1 bits and bobs here and there. I just got the feeling that this season of Formula 1 is going to be really exciting. I'm a sucker for an underdog. So I think in the 2 episodes ago, I spoke about rugby. Wales rugby aren't doing too good. Italian rugby historically shouldn't be underestimated, but aren't the strongest team. Scotland rugby, hit or miss. Sometimes they're amazing, other times they're dire. I love the underdog, so I'll be watching, you know, Japan, South Africa. I'll always support Japan. Even when Italy are playing Scotland, I like to see Italy do well, just because they are so often the underdogs. So why am I talking about rugby when I mention Formula 1? What I've seen in Formula 1 is that there's like kind of long stints of domination, where, you know, it was Mercedes for a long time, then it was Red Bull for a long time. This year, there's been a lot of change, a lot of drivers moving around. I know in 2026 the new regulations are coming in, so it just feels like this year there's like 4 teams who could potentially make some serious moves. And, you know, known drivers and new cars and new teams that they haven't been in before. So very interesting. So yeah, just catching up on YouTube on my Formula 1. And then I just checked out B00's channel. I don't know what prompted me to do it. B-Dubs, he focuses on Minecraft a lot, and I guess I was just, you know, he's someone I look up to. I've watched him from a very young age, and you know, I think for some personal reasons, he kind of went quiet for a year. Um, I I was growing up, you know, I was like, I didn't have a lot of time for Minecraft. You know, this guy that I used to watch isn't posting as much, you know, so it's almost like we kind of went in different ways. And then when he came back, I was just like, oh my god, like it's B00, and yeah, that's not what I'm trying to say anyway. Before I get distracted and go on a big digression. Um, he has 3,900 videos on his channel. Um, I think it's 2 million subscribers, maybe more. Maybe I'm confusing that with someone else's channel, but he's nearly 4,000 videos on his channel. And I think I started watching B00 when I was maybe 14 or 15. So he's been at it a long time, which is the point. And I was just thinking, like, I think 16 episodes in, 17 episodes into my channel. Um, so yeah, humble beginnings, you know. I remember when it was my friend that introduced me to B00. Yeah, I'm okay, but let's see what he has to say. Yeah, but I'm not studying in the background, man. I mean, are you gonna pay me one? You know? Poor old me, you know? I'm feeling frustrated and flustered. Would you mind going and buying some seeds for me, you know? Like, let's see how many he wants. No, not the crunchies. 3 carrots, 3, okay, 3, 3, and 3, that's not bad. So, what, that's 90, 75, so 165, and then I think these are 5 or 8, so like less than 200 shells. Nonetheless, you know, we've done a lot for Owen in the past couple episodes, and I can already tell, like, his endeavors are probably not going to work out. You know, the man is flustered and frustrated, and now he's taking on more responsibility in something he's not familiar with. But look, we'll leave him off. Maybe it's the best thing he can do for himself. Oh, look, I thought they were button heads. So yeah, sorry guys, I'm kind of just running around again as I talk, but as I said, that's kind of what this episode is a little bit. I'm desperate to expand this farm and clear some of the bigger debris, so maybe we should focus on getting our Styrus happiness up, growing some crops, and I guess making money so we can afford to buy a saddle. Okay, so we don't want to wear Lucky out too much. We'll sleep another night, get our crops grown. Before we do, 25 of these potatoes there. I'm reluctant to sell this. Maybe it tells us. Okay, so you can compost it. Very good. And this is just fertilizer. We need 7 crunchies for Owen as well. Do you know, like, I know these are 100. I can't remember what these are. Maybe it's 80. Like, unbelievable amounts of money for someone who hasn't given us anything back, as far as I can tell. So yeah, just thinking, you know, it's I guess where I am at the moment versus where I want to get to. In an absolutely fantastical, ideal world, within a couple of years, I'll be like B00, you know. And just on that train of thought, I've been looking at kind of these small kind of games similar to Paleo Pines, where the art style is lovely. It's a nice chill game, nice and calm, um, and new. That's my big target for the next series. Is that I'm conscious Little Kitty, Big City isn't exactly new. Paleo Pines is actually older. I thought it was newer than Little Kitty. 2023 and 2024, I think both games are. Um, so I want to hit something new. Ideally, maybe like on the week of release. I was super excited. Well, I am super excited for Tales of the Shire, but I'm gonna be on holiday the week it releases. So, like, damn. But, what's a week in the grand scheme of things? So we'll definitely be playing Tales of the Shire when it comes out. Um, and then I suppose just in my own kind of internet surfing, if you like, I found some little games. So Outbound looks amazing. From what I can tell, you're in a Volkswagen camper van. At least that's what the inspiration is. And you are traveling through the landscape, kind of updating your van, and it's got a theme that I really like to see. It's this kind of solar punk, using renewable energy to power your systems. So, wanna just to tangent slightly. One of the games I love is Factorio, and in the early stages of Factorio, you're forced to use coal and kind of steam engines and stuff like that, which is really cool. I like how Factorio progresses, but I make it my absolute mission to get away from coal as soon as I can. Um, it's in the game mechanic that if you don't, the aliens attack you. You're polluting their planet, so they come in waves. But just my own kind of values, I love to use the renewable energy sources. I do the same in City Skylines. I know a lot of people start the game, they they jump right into a coal power plant. It's probably the most efficient way of doing it, but I like the punishment. I would prefer to make the game harder and only use wind turbines, even in early game, just because it's something I feel so passionately about. And this little game, Outbound, seems to have that going on, which I'm so excited for. It's like, you put a little wind turbine on the top of your van, and that powers your battery or whatever. It, why can I only sell them in certain amounts? I had 30 left over. Maybe I can only sell. He definitely has enough money. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. How are we looking? 417. These are 1 stars. They're 1 stars. It's the seeds that I need. That's what I was doing. So we'll get some seeds for our acquaintance Owen. We'll save the friend word for another day. So I need 3 of you. 3 of you. And 3 of you. No. So yeah, Outbound, picture tells 1,000 words. Go and watch the trailer. It'll show you what the game is much better than I can describe. It looks so good, and I'm so excited for it. Another little game is Over the Hill. So the best way I guess would describe it is take SnowRunner or MudRunner and make it a cozy game. It's like a little driving simulator. You're in these 4x4s and traveling across the landscape. I'm not sure what the objective is or if there is any, but it's co-op. I think it's up to 4 players where you just drive these cute little cars across, the wilderness. So that looks really cool. Don't know if I want to keep that one. I don't know what he asked me here. Damn. Ah, sorry, I was too busy talking, not reading what he was saying. So I wonder, is there a completed section? Yeah, yeah, there you go. Most reading. Farmer own. No description. So we've completed farmer own. So I'm assuming, right, just by like deduction, we gave him the crops he offered to pay us in dandelion and clover. That's why we have dandelion and clover, and that's great because it means we can go and sort out Corlin. So yeah, not 200 quid worth of stuff, but thank you, Owen. Um, yeah, so over the hill, I'm not sure if I want to keep that one for myself and my friends, or will it feature on the channel. Um, I am very conscious of this becoming a job, and I don't mean this will pay my bills. I'm conscious of this is me performing as a YouTuber. I'm displaying myself to the public, so I inevitably put on a mask and perform for the mic, and in a way that's a little inauthentic. I've said it a few times. My goal is to be as authentic as I can be. But just by default, every single person does it. You put on a mask. You perform in certain settings. So I don't want to get this cute, cozy game and, you know, kind of almost miss out on it because I'm conscious of the camera and conscious of the mic. To be honest, I was a little bit worried about Paleo Pines because I did want to play it for me, and I said no, like this is something for the channel, you know. And I haven't struggled with it. Like, I am enjoying the game as I record. What do you mean, Corlin? 15. Okay, so we're short. Okay, okay. Apologies. What do we're one off, man. That's so frustrating. I should have checked that before running over here, I guess. Nonetheless, yeah, like Paleo Pines, I am enjoying it for me as well as the channel. So maybe I don't need to worry about Over the Hill. There's another game, Cast and Chill. I just had a quick look at the YouTube trailer. This is Clover, not Dandelion, but we'll get it anyway. Yeah, Clover. Damn. Cast and Chill looks like an interesting fishing game. It's got kind of like Dave the Diver vibes and Cat Goes Fishing vibes. So yeah, definitely interested to take a look. Keep Driving, another one. It's kind of this indie game, kind of retro style graphics. I won't describe Cast and Chill or Keep Driving too much because I haven't looked into them. I just watched the trailer, but maybe something for the channel. You know, they look good. I know. I mentioned in a previous video about. Sorry, I'm just conscious of all the noise as I'm attending to everyone. I know in a previous episode I mentioned that we were watching Jurassic Park and Camp Cretaceous and stuff like that. We're in full swing. I'm in my dinosaur revival. Loved dinosaurs growing up and kind of moved away from them in my teenage years, but no, we are back. My sister is visiting. She's off school for the holidays, so she's come for a visit, and we said we would watch the original Jurassic Park. And it just ties in nicely with Paleo Pines. You know, I'm playing a little dinosaur game, watching dinosaurs on TV, and I think Paleo Pines might go on for a while. I feel like it's like Stardew, where you know you can only do certain things in like year 3. It kind of forces you to play it, so that's exciting. So I think this series is going to go on for a while, but there is a new game called Kyoryu. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. Um, where it's like this apocalyptic world set in Japan, where the characters are dinosaurs. It looks nuts. I'm not going to do it justice describing it here. I'm already quite distracted by the gameplay. I'm struggling to talk this evening, so I will let the trailer do the talking. If you want to go check that out, it looks super cool. Just, yeah, really excited to give it a go. So hopefully that'll release soon, and it might feature on the channel. But yeah, Dinosaur Mad. I'm conscious of becoming too focused. There's a few guys I follow on YouTube. Their main, I guess, target audience is you know, dinosaur people, where you know they talk about Jurassic Park, they talk about different dinosaur games, different bits of lore, all this kind of stuff, and their main kind of package is dinosaurs. You know, I want to try keep my goalposts as wide as possible. So you know, if a cool little funky game about turtles comes out, yeah, we'll give it a go. You know, the games I described there, like Outbound and Over the Hill, you know, there's a bit of motoring in there. The main thing really is that I'm enjoying them. You know, I keep coming back to this theme of I want to enjoy YouTube, making YouTube videos. It's critical that I have fun doing this. Otherwise, you know, what's the point? So yeah, any game that pops up, we'll be checking out, giving it a go, and yeah, we'll see where the wind takes us. So yeah, just I suppose I mentioned Jurassic Park, the original 1993, I think is when it was released. Just amazing, you know. Like, I haven't watched it in years. I watched it a lot when I was a kid. I had it on, you know, videotape. I didn't have The Lost World, so I had Jurassic Park 1 and Jurassic Park 3. Didn't have The Lost World on DVD or videotape. And I guess I watched Jurassic Park 1 so much that I burned out, and then I went on to Jurassic Park 3 and watched that until I burned out. So yeah, just watched them a lot when I was a kid, not fully understanding the movies and the kind of in-gen side of things. Just, you know, between the ages of maybe 4 and 10 years old, all I care about is dinosaurs are cool. You know, that's my main focus. That's my customer review is, does this movie have dinosaurs? Yes, class. That's all I need from you. So I haven't watched them in a while, and just as an adult, like, revisiting these movies, you listen to the dialogue, you listen to the plot way more, and it's just, like, without being biased, it's just a good movie, you know? Like, I was watching the scene where they arrive at the visitor center, and John Hammond is talking to them. They're walking up the stairs, you know, there's a few guys, like, working on utilities, like, basic installation, you know, the visitor center's still being built in this scene. And it's like, that's a set, you know, that is a full set. They built, essentially, a full building to shoot this scene, and the dialogue isn't that important, you know. It's not like a critical scene, it's not the climax, it's just they're walking through a hallway, and I was like, God, like, that's just so impressive for when it came out. And I guess it does, not to sound cliche, but it does feel and sound like a different era of movie making, you know, a different era of cinema where they really pumped money into these productions for quality alone. Like they really wanted to get it right, and I was just really appreciating it. You know, revisiting a movie that I'd seen so many times in my childhood. Um, 30 more stones. Can you help? Sure. How are we looking? Yeah, this should be very easy to do. Yeah, just other bits in the movie, you know. Because it's such a cult classic as well, there's loads of stuff out there online. As I said, there's guys with full channels dedicated to Jurassic Park or anything closely related to it. Um, there's just so much stuff. You could spend hours online watching videos or reading about it, and you know, like watching the scene where the T-Rex escapes her paddock. The you know this That's an animatronic, as I'm sure a lot of you know, if not all of you know. That's not CGI. It's not, you know, a dummy. It's a real animatronic that they built and moved around, and it's just so impressive. But what struck me, you know, I've seen this scene a million times. You know, she looks amazing. She's still, even what, 22 years later, 32 years later, actually, she still looks amazing, and it's because, you know, she's real. She's an actual physical thing. Let's make sure. Oh, she's here now. Okay, she's over here. Great. Pick up some food just to save our wallets. What really struck me this time, because I was paying attention a little bit more, is the way her eye dilates. A wooden chair and a wooden table. Great. So 30 stones gone. That's fine. I mean, stone, easy to come by. We're not in desperate need of it as of yet. I would have liked some money though, you know, to be honest. Table and chair is great, like, but I don't have a lot of use for that either. Let's see. Yeah, you know, like, this is lovely, like, but do I need it? Probably not. Let's put our table in here. Grab our chairs. So that we can sit. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. That's what I needed. So I'll place this. I'm having a mare here, guys. No. There we go. And I'm assuming I can sit. Perfect. So look, we can even have a guest. Have a chat with our dinos. Happy out. So, let's put our stone away again, just to save on inventory. We'll check Layla. I'm very bad for doing the friendship thing every day. I keep forgetting. So. Make sure they're nice and happy. Yeah, I'll give you 19, Layla. But yeah, you know, what really struck me this time around watching it was how her eye dilates with the light. So you know, Lex and Timmy are in the car. They've got the flashlight on, you know, the torch. Turn the light off, you know, and it's brilliant. It's just such a good scene. But I never noticed before that they. Oh, I have tons of potatoes. Okay, let's do another sale before we finish the episode. How's Lucky doing? She's probably wrecked. Oh, she's not too bad. You know, like, I have, as you know, I have cats, and depending on how their moods, their eyes react, you know. So if they're in a playful mood, their eyes will dilate, or if they're they're trying to, you know, hone in on a prey or a toy, you can watch their eyes in real time. Um, it's so amazing to watch. And, you know, in this movie, they included this. You know, a movie from 1993. You know, like, did we even have Windows in 93? I don't think we did, you know. So, like, they were like, is it important to make the dinosaur's eye realistic? And the producers were like, yeah, no, absolutely, you have to get this right, you know? Just so impressive. To the point where... Just want to concentrate while I do this. Like, I find when you're watching a movie sometimes, you don't want to have a fourth wall break. And what I mean by that is, as you're watching the movie, you want to be so engrossed in the film that you kind of forget that it's fake. You know, it's like, you want to feel, when you're being chased by a dinosaur in a movie, you want to feel the fear. You want to feel the thrill of being chased. And, like, if you sit back and use the rational side of your brain, that tends to switch off during movies. You go, this isn't real, I shouldn't feel scared. Do you know? I felt that a little bit with that scene with Rexy, but not in a bad way. I snapped out of the movie and I went, this is so amazing that I thought that was real. I forgot that this is a movie. You know, hopefully I'm making sense. Like, they made such a convincing animal that I had to consciously remind myself that it wasn't real. I had to stop. I had to pause midway through the scene and go, this thing isn't alive. This thing's a robot, you know? Like, that's not real. It's so well done that they got me. They fooled me, you know? Like my non-rational side of my brain, the piece that loves entertainment and fantasy and fiction, fully bought it. And this is a movie that isn't new to me. I've seen this movie so many times, and I was still sitting there having to remind myself, like, Jesus, they did such a good job. Like, this thing looks real, you know? And yeah, you know, it's just so impressive. So impressive. And I'm conscious that we're kind of coming up on time as well here, but that's one side of it. Like, they did such a good job. Fair play. Pat on the back. But, like, the budget for this film, and maybe I should have looked this up, was insane. So much so that they were pumping money into new technology, relatively new technologies. They were pulling in real paleontologists and giving them new technology, being like, hey guys, we're making a movie about dinosaurs, right? We want them to be as realistic as possible. The most realistic dinosaurs ever to be on screen. Take this big bag of money, take this super advanced computer, plug in all the information you have on dinosaurs, and come back to us and tell us what you find. Like, that's a researcher's dream. Like, a blank check, you know? And, like, some people might look down on that and be like, oh, it's only for a movie. Who cares? You know, if you're a researcher, you probably have a PhD, you've dedicated your life to paleontology. Who cares who approaches you and asks you to do some research, you know? So these I'm assuming these researchers were overjoyed. Like, yeah, we'll take your money, we'll take your computer, and we'll give it our best shot. And one of the things they found, just want to make sure I get that right. I really have to concentrate. I don't know what I'd find harder. Like, what really trips me up with these guys is the pause, like the holding. I think I would actually find it easier if I didn't have to do the pauses, like if it was just a long string of different tones rather than this big bubble, you know? That's why I need to concentrate while I do it. But yeah, everybody seems happy. Let's just make sure. Oh, well, spoke too soon. They probably just need unhappy friends. What's wrong? Oh, they're starving. That's what's wrong with them. Okay, I'll sort that out right now. I'll sort that out right now. Yeah. I also found out how to split stacks, so it's control and mouse wheel, which a little unintuitive, I guess, but here we are. We've managed to figure it out. These researchers went off, took these new systems for, you know, analysis and stuff like that, and what the simulation returned was a dinosaur walking. You know, I'm kind of, you know, describing this crudely for simplicity, but they plugged loads of data into a computer and it gave them back a simulation of a dinosaur walking. And someone in the room, I guess, or the group of researchers went, you know, that thing looks like a bird. It walks like a bird. And this notion wasn't a new breakthrough, a new discovery, you know. The idea that dinosaurs were descended from birds, or the other way around, it wasn't like a new thing. Like, that theory was out there, but I guess to see it in like real time, you know, never seen before, was amazing. It was ridiculous. And there's different kind of instances in this story where the production of Jurassic Park advanced our knowledge of dinosaurs like tenfold. You know, it was just incredible. Yeah, it's just one of my favorite movies. I'm so glad we watched it. We watched Jurassic World as well the other night. When it came out, I really enjoyed it. I still do, but I think because I've seen it, you know, a couple times now, that it's lost its charm just a little bit. You know, whereas the original Jurassic Park is just a classic. So yeah. So I think that's a good place to stop. An abrupt end. I ran out of disk space as I was recording. The recording stopped. I had to go back and delete some old videos. I probably should uninstall a couple of games. I have, I think, 6,000 odd pictures on my PC that I need to upload as well. My phone broke, so all my pictures had to come onto my PC, and I just haven't got around to removing them. So yeah, maybe it's the universe telling us it's time to finish up. I think this crop is dead, so just while we're here... No? Okay. Shovel? Yeah. Oh, you get the seed back though. Okay, that's cool. That's great. Very handy. No, you're not having that. Look at me, guys, already getting distracted. Let's go for another 40 minutes. No, I will leave it here. I won't talk any more about Jurassic Park. Maybe I will. We'll see. But yeah, look, we'll leave it here. I'm gonna go sort out my storage. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.